playing the worst half you've ever seen. A completely out of it first half leads to this. Okay, he'd been missing his threes, and he finally got one to fall. Well, you know how he goes. It's like, that felt good. I like this. I like this. I'm logoing. I'm going to logo, and I busted another one on him. And then he's got this. I'm just going to take it. This is he still drives it better than anybody in the game. I swear to you, there's nobody who can play bully ball any better than this. You can't stop that because he's ambidextrous. Mm-hmm. That was an easy left-handed layup. And then here he goes again, and that was a goaltend. Okay, here we go again, and can't stop him from the hoop. And here we go again. He just beat him off the inbounds. That's Clippers' fault. And then here we go again. Can't stop the freight train. And here he goes again. You know what? He's starting to feel it. Oh, there's a third three. And then here he goes again. And that's swoop to the hoop. That's vintage, right? And here he goes again. Another three. And he's got that because he can get hot now. He can get hot. I don't think he's a very good three-point shooter, but on any kind of given occasion, on any night when one falls and it feels good to him, he's like, okay, I got this. He scored 30 points in the second half. Is that right? 30?
Yeah. On 12 of 14 shooting.
12 of 14? So help me out. He goes from 3 to 30?
3 to 30 at 3.
Okay. And then I'm looking at the fourth quarter, and I'm saying, well, they had a chance. They cut it to 7. Then all of a sudden, it goes back to 11 going to the fourth quarter. And guess who? I guess you'd call Bones Highland the backup point guard for the Clippers. I think that's what he was acquired to be from Denver at the trade deadline.
Or the backup, too, because Terrence Mann.
I think he's called the backup point guard, but whatever. He comes in the fourth quarter and makes 4 out of 5 shots, including 3 out of 4 threes. Yeah. He makes 3 out of 4 free throws, and he scores 14 points in the fourth quarter to equal the 14 scored by LeBron, who went 5 of 5 and 2 of 2 from 3 in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Well, if Bones Highland doesn't do that, maybe we're having a different conversation. Right. Bones Highland.
And did you see the threes that he was hitting?
Yeah, they're ridiculous. They're just ridiculous because the kid's got talent. Right. I think Jerry West had an eye on him like, wait a second, there's one of those that you don't see coming.
And for whatever reason, he fell out of favor in Denver.
He just couldn't get enough run. He just couldn't get enough reps. And I think he rubbed Mike Malone the wrong way because he groused about it. He made waves about it. Okay, so now he's a Clipper, and they score again because they've got a really good young player that they can develop. Okay, now back to the start of the game. LeBron comes out completely low energy.
Yeah, he was too passive.
Which didn't shock me because I'm thinking I'm with you. My first thought, I think I tweeted about this. Hey, if you can't go, you can't go.
Right.
If you're out of gas, you're out of gas. And I was like you. Maybe it would have been better if he just said, guys, I just can't do it tonight. Right. Not that his foot's sore. It's just that he gave too much the night before. Okay? He's got like the equivalent of 200,000 miles on his body, right?
Yeah,
on a car.
Yeah.
Maybe 300,000. Yes. Okay? So the point is, the whole team, they feed off his energy, and he was without energy. And then the other shock to me is Russell Westbrook comes out, and I predicted 6 turnovers, and I predicted he would be hell-bent and out of control, attacking the rim. And instead, he played completely in control to start the game. Yep. And he shot his first 2 threes with conviction and in rhythm, and he didn't rush. It looked good to me, and I was highly impressed because he makes his first 4 jump shots, but he makes 2 threes, and he is giving it to LeBron. Yeah. And you can't tell me that him giving it to LeBron didn't get under LeBron's skin at halftime until LeBron said, okay, watch this.
You remember, I think it was the fourth.
He went after it. He went to the bench.
You said I was looking at him on the bench?
He had an and one on a break, and he circled right around. Because remember,
went out of his way.
Because they're sitting where the Lakers usually sit.
Correct.
And he goes out of his way to walk down the line of the bench and stop and stare Russ down. Right. There was also a turnover in the third quarter where LeBron just threw it away. He had 2 turnovers in the third quarter.
He thought it might have been Troy Brown.
I think it was Troy Brown. So he throws it to the bench. He throws it to the Clippers bench, and Russ catches it and says sarcastically to him, nice pass.
Right.
Well, You're asking for it.
And plus, Skip, if you notice, every time he make a jump shot, he was pointing at LeBron. Because at first, LeBron was like, okay, we're going to treat it like Golden State. I ain't coming out there. And he hits it. And then he hits another one. And then he walks into a 2. And so every time he'd make he pointing.
I think he was doing some gesture, but that's just me.
I don't think Bron took too kindly for that. But I also think Russ thinks that the reason why I'm not here is that you didn't no longer want me here. You wanted me here. You wanted me here in the beginning, but you didn't want me here in the end. And that's why I'm across the hallway.
So I was impressed that Russ reined in his emotions enough. He channeled his anger enough that it became positive instead of negative. But here's the punchline to this. Going into the second quarter, he started to turn back into Westbrook.
Yeah.
He shot an air ball, and he winds up turning it over 3 times in the first half. And guess what Ty Lue did? You come sit over here.
You're right.
Right? Okay, so I admire that because maybe Ty Lue can figure out how to get the best out of Russ because he got the very best out of him in the first quarter, but only in the first quarter. Second quarter starts.
Well, Skip, I was hoping he hit a couple of them, and then he feel good about himself and just shoot about it.
I tweeted about this. I said LeBron should just keep daring him to shoot because his numbers would tell you, because he came in ranked 148th out of 149 players from 3, his numbers would scream, just let him shoot.
Correct.
Hope he keeps jacking him up because probably he's going to miss 6 of his next 7.
Right.
Okay? Well, he didn't get to miss 6 of his next 7 because once he shot an air ball, Ty Lue said, that's enough. To your point, he played 5 minutes in the second half. So a guy who sort of won the first quarter barely played in the second half. And scored 2 points in the second half. Really?
Skip, and to your point, you were saying something earlier that the way LeBron played the second half, you thought he was going to play the first half.
Yeah.
I thought that, you know what, I'm a little tired. I'm going to get these other guys going, and then when I get my rhythm, I catch my breath, now I'm there. But by the time that happened, Skip, he only had 2 points in the first quarter.
Yeah.
He only took 6 shots. He had a free throw in the second quarter.
Yeah.
So that's his 3 points. So he's 1 for 6. And so he's thinking, okay, AD, you get going. Okay, some of the other guys, Austin Reeves, Jared Vanderbilt doesn't play a whole lot of minutes. He starts the game, but he doesn't play a whole lot of minutes.
Okay.
And so LeBron was probably thinking, I'm going to let these guys get going. I'm going to catch my breath, get a rhythm, and then I'll be fine.
Okay.
But by the time he got that rhythm, Skip, they're already 20 points down.
They're 20 points down.
Because they go down at the half, they were down 71-52.
Yep. Okay, last point. Your biggest concern about your team going forward, the biggest X factor in all of basketball is AD, who really the last 2 games AD has stood for always disappointing. He didn't play poorly last night. He just didn't assert himself.
He got outplayed by Zubac.
Yeah. He got out-hustled and outplayed by Big Zoo. Used to be a Laker, and yet he shouldn't be in AD's stratosphere.
No.
Anthony should, I'm not going to say destroy him, but he should.
He should.
He should dominate him.
Yes.
He just should. He's just that much better and quicker, stronger. All of the above. And the numbers aren't terrible for Anthony because he winds up with 17 and 11. But Zubac winds up with 17 and 13. And you could just, your eye test told you, wait a minute, the Clippers guy is outplaying you, right? Okay. It's not acceptable, especially on a night that it was clear from jump that LeBron was a little out of it.
Right.
So now you need your co-star to pick it up.
Yes.
Austin Reeves got off to a shaky start, but he had a very sneaky, he scored 20 points. So I don't know how you could ask more from him, right?
Since he's been in the starting lineup, I got no qualms whatsoever.
Well.
Because I know, he turns the ball over. Yeah, he had some careless turnovers. But you know what? I don't question his effort. I don't question his desire. I don't question his IQ. I know he's trying. He's doing the best he possibly can. But in that first half, I needed AD. In the first half, I needed AD to get. I'm not saying give me 30 like LeBron gave me in the second half, but can he give me 15? Can he give me like 18?
Assert yourself.
Yes.
Show that you care enough that your motor is going to run hot for a crucial game.
Right.
Okay, so the Lakers lose the first half by 19. They win, thanks to LeBron, the second half by 12.
Right.
My takeaway from the game is weirdly positive because of the second half, because not only did they not quit, they actually made a great run that got shot down by a team that just couldn't miss.
That's the thing. Every run, every time the Lakers would cut it, Because, Skip, they took the lead, what was it, 30, 31, 30, 30, 33, 32, something like that. And then they go boom, boom, boom. And next thing you know, it's back to a 9-point lead when they just had a 1-point lead.
Yep.
And I'm like, well, damn. It just seemed like in the second half, they could never get over that hump where they tied the ball game, Skip, and now all of a sudden the Clippers like, man, we just had a 24-point lead.
Then the pressure would flip on the Clippers.
They would just come down and make big shot after big shot after big shot.
Whew.
But you saw GOAT what he capable of. You saw what GOAT capable
That was
of.
a GOAT-ish second
Now,
half.
just imagine in a 7-game series, there are no back-to-backs in a 7 game.
No.
Could you see a man averaging
Thank goodness
35?
for that. Lakers still clinging to that 7th spot in the West, Shannon, but
Clinging.
same record as my Pelicans.
Uh-oh.
We stepping on your
39 in
fingers.
the loss column.
We stepping on your fingers, yeah. You better let go of that 7th spot.
We're coming. Oh, no. Okay, still to come, guys. I'm going to get your take on Angel Reese. She has now responded to those controversial White House visit comments. Plus, did the Mavericks really have no chance at keeping Jalen Brunson? Let's discuss when Undisputed returns.